Welcome back. Bioshock Infinite. When we left off, we were somewhere near the end of Act 2. Not gonna spoil exactly where, but just to get a general idea. We were trying to go and find Comstock, because we believe he knows something about how to stop songbirds so we can actually leave. We're trying to find something
Fox are tearing this place apart.
in his house that would tell us how.
Do it!
Sure thing! He's got a flak cannon!
It's true, I could use, I guess I have possession equipped, or did it equip it? I don't really know. Did it possess? Is the possession like target seeking? Or... Alright, there's more enemies somewhere.
I see a handyman!
I might need a shock, I think, for the handyman.
Go ahead!
On it! You should eat it. Take this.
Appreciate it.
I'll keep my eyes open for more.
There! That one!
All right.
I know what gear is. Killing with the vigor trap, 50% chance to cause enemy gun to become a ghostly ally. That sounds really similar. The other one's like a 70%. It's probably a different gear slot. Some of them are like more powerful. Versus... That's literally just a worse version. only 50% instead of 70%. Like all the other words are exactly the same. Well, still not even using traps properly, but like low on ammo. I really like these guns, but I feel like maybe the sniper rifle isn't like as worth it. Or like it's good, but neither one of these guns are good against like handymen. I feel like it's a lot harder to find. Oh no, opposite. I wanted to swap out the sniper rifle because I think I'm still finding those, but I don't find many hand cannons. Is this a pickable lock?
Elizabeth?
Seems easy enough.
I think that's the
Done.
way to go. So let's look around a bit first. Dollar bill. Hand cannon ammo. Machine gun. Hand cannon ammo. Grab some of that. Pretty low on everything else because we got the a bunch of nice upgrades for other things. Shock chain, charge aid, increased stun duration, add explosive damage to charge, increased shield. I don't think we even have this vigor. It's like a Spartan looking thing. We don't. Yeah, we don't even have that one. Did we miss that somewhere? Sender aid, absorb and collect. It's like a shield maybe? That sounds nice. Increase shield duration and decrease salt cost. Absorb and collect incoming ammunition. Effective range for undertow. They're fun, it's just...
You hold on to this. Okay.
all the upgrades are so expensive now. Especially like, I'm like getting gun upgrades and then I don't have much for everything else, but it's like... No. One of the... There's a story problem with this game that we will get to, but one of the other kind of fundamental problems is just the idea of money and like how it works. Because it really limits your options, and not necessarily in a good way. Like, you have a game like Skyrim that has a whole bunch of different skill trees. And like, you clearly can't really invest points into like all of them. And you could maybe invest a couple points into one if it's really worth it to get some low-level skill, but you kind of want to specialize. Like, the fewer trees you're investing in, the higher up in them you're gonna get. So you can't be, you know, you can't be good at one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, and archery, and lockpicking, and smithing, and mining, and alchemy, and enchanting, and magic, and another kind of magic, and a third kind of magic, and a fourth kind of magic. Like, you can't be good at everything. And so this game kind of has that, but it's like the guns, you're going to use guns all the time. And like, there are some things with guns you need, like, do 25% more damage when you have like tanks, right? Enemies that are bullet sponges that take a lot of damage, like the handyman. Like, doing 25% more damage is better than any of those upgrades pretty much, except maybe the shield one, but we don't even have the shield, the plasmid, or vigor, it's called. Makes it really tricky. Like, really, really tricky. So it's like, clearly, now that we're kind of using guns,
We need to get to Comstock.
it makes sense to upgrade guns and gun damage. But yeah, we also keep like finding new guns, and so it's like, okay, we upgraded the sniper rifle because I wanted to keep using that, and I basically did keep using that. Oh, up there. Which one? That one. Is it over in the market district? Shotgun's nice. Salt. But yeah, like the plasmids really help a lot with things like. Look at that, just looking in there. It's cool.
Let's take a look at this lock.
Help a lot with groups of enemies, and
Back there at the shop.
I guess the explosive
You
one
asked me
helps
to
with
do.
Let's
bosses.
not discuss it.
But
What did that thing do to you?
If he were to take me back, that's death, Mr. DeWitt. Or something so like it I cannot tell the difference.
she does not want to go back.
Got a lock here.
Child's play. It's done.
Nice. That's a good bit of money. But yeah, no, the money system, it's not the worst, it's not perfect. And I think I've lost nearly as many coins as I remember losing. But partially, it's the fact that when you respawn, enemies... Enemies you've killed stay dead. Whereas I'm remembering like playing this game and being much worse at games and having a pretty rough computer that made it pretty hard to play. I still really enjoyed getting through it. It's just like, you know, the gunplay didn't feel nearly as good. Like here, you can kind of walk in and go tap, tap, tap. And when I was playing that way, I think I died a lot, and there were some times when it felt like I would die like 5-6 times in a row, and I would just lose all my money, and I was like, I'm losing these fights because I don't have the money.
Feel better already.
I don't have the money to like buy upgrades, and now I still have no money, so I still don't have like the damage upgrades and things. So like enemies are 2 hits instead of 1, or 3 instead of 2, and I'm just losing. Ah, there we go. Return to sender. I guess we weren't supposed to find it yet. If it's sitting right here, we probably weren't at least.
Press to generate a magnetic shield. Hold to absorb damage and release to throw it back. Hold and release to create an explosive trap.
So you can drop a shield in front of you. You can hold it to carry the shield in front of you, but it drains salts over time if you hold it. And then releasing the shield throws bullets back. You can also use it as some kind of a trap. I definitely want to try this one out. Undertow is still like really underpowered unless you're on like a platform that you can just shove people off of. So I'm going to swap Undertow to Murder of Crows. Oh yeah, so at some point... That's Beth. At some point I want to talk about... It's pretty fun actually. So we're Comstock House, I guess? So that says we're here. Oh yeah, that's... We came out of the depot, we had this big battle, we came around here. So we have to come all this way through the Memorial Gardens to Comstock House. It's gonna be interesting. I remember this part. There's a reason that they give us just... It's not... I felt like I kind of carried it with me. I created a trap. shield recharge. I'm pretty sure this... I don't know how much this was around before. But I feel like,
Take this ammo.
that's a core ability in Titanfall 2 and possibly Titanfall. I never played Titanfall, the first one. Titanfall 2 is an amazing game. And that's kind of... There's a bunch of different Titan abilities. It's a core one. It's just like a little shield you hold in front of you that collects everything that gets shot at you, and then you shoot it back.
It's done.
So like the more damage you take during that time, the more damage you're gonna do back. So you bait enemies into just shooting you a lot. And it's fun. It's a really good alternative to just a normal shield. You know, that blocks a certain amount of damage. It's like... That's also just a worse version of something. It's a fun little idea. But yeah, so... we talked about money. Money is like a bit of a problem, and it's not the worst. Like at this point, I still have... let's go ahead and swap this with the crank gun. At this point, I do have a bunch of upgrades for things, right? I've upgraded some plasmas. I think she was stuck in like a time loop. A lockpick over where? What are you talking about, Beth? You see a lockpick somewhere? Oh. Increase hailfire clip size by 60%, heater comb width by 20%, repeater clip size by 100. Like, those are all, like, clearly nice upgrades. Like, if you use the repeater, having, like, 40 shots instead of 20 in a clip, anything with reserve ammo is, like, gonna be nice. Polygon hand cannon recoil by 20%. See, I'm probably gonna get that because I just like the hand cannon, even though it's not necessarily that good right now. Or, like, increase volley gun explosion radius by 50% and damage. So you could do that and then, you know, use that gun a lot, but at least being able to buy ammo means that you can kind of just hold on to a weapon if you want. But the game clearly encourages you by saying, hey, you can ask Elizabeth to summon, you know, a sniper here, a burst cannon here. And, but if you haven't upgraded them, then, like, is there much of a point? Therein lies the question. Now we don't have enough for any of these. Ability to absorb and collect incoming? I don't know if that's collect instead of shoot it back. I feel like it's shooting it back right now. But increased shield duration for press and decreased salt cost for hold is definitely, like, that'd be nice. Because I'm using this a lot right now. I'm kind of just generally using Vigors a lot more now that...
Looks abandoned.
Now that I have so much salt, because my max salt is up a lot, which means I can. You really do have to put points into shield, I think. Although my shield barely looks any stronger, but I think the bar, the length of the bar at the top doesn't necessarily go up, but I think the actual amount that I have to go up. Just pistol and pistol ammo. Okay.
Booker, grab that lockpick.
Wait, where? Where?
Found some money.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's super... I'm using abilities a lot, but I'm also kind of just rambling as we wander around. She's going this way. I don't think we can get into here. But we've talked about money. It's not the best, but it's not terrible either. It definitely feels good to upgrade things. And a lot of the upgrades are... All the upgrades are pretty fun. Not have taken that much damage there. Could have shot those guys twice. A lot of the upgrades are fun. A lot of the, like, Some of them make total sense, like you have Crow Storms, Storm Crows, you have Crow Storm, you have Murder of Crows. Makes total sense, like it, you know, distracts enemies, it makes them vulnerable, and
Strange.
then the upgrades involve just like clustering it to spread more, and then like leaving traps. The leaving traps one is cool. It doesn't just cluster out like Bucking Broncos does, I guess. That's a time thing.
My dear brother, these holes in the thin air continue to pay dividends. I know not which musician you borrow your notes from, but if he has half the genius of the biologist I now observe, well, then you are to be the Mozart of Columbia.
Just listening to songs through these like time-based tears. It's cool. It's a weird concept, but it means it makes some of the music in here like really cool. There's gonna be another fight coming up here soon. But no, yeah, not to dwell on money. So the next thing is really just the plasmids, or the vigors they're called. And like, what's the deal with them? Because some of them are just really too similar, right? What's the difference between Murder of Crows and Bucking Bronco? Well, both of them make enemies vulnerable. Both of them you can kind of cluster, except one of them lifts enemies into the air. That's Bucking Bronco, and the Murder of Crows doesn't, but like it can leave traps which will basically stay there forever. Like, that's Murder of Crows, which is nice. It's fun. Yeah, that's Murder of Crows. It's great, but now, like, there's also crows here which will stay there. So if it's a big team fight, I think Murder of Crows is just objectively better. Maybe if you're ambushed, you want to use Murder of Crows, and then Bucking Bronco's better if you're kind of pushing enemies who might be entrenched, but no one's really, like, that entrenched in this game. Because both of them basically stun and make vulnerable, like, at the same time. I've done my part. I've paid my respects. Also, like, the fact that you can add crows to this? Oh, Porter. Both Lutece graves are just, I assume that means dug up. Playing Requiem, of course. I'm gonna go up there, I don't think so. But looks like no, but if I could, then I could get that.
Look at this.
I am looking, yeah. Is there like a secret like switch or something? That's so odd. I don't know who that is, that character. That's fine. Yeah, no, it's weird having abilities that do similar things and their upgrades are similar. Like, you want to differentiate them somehow. kind of the whole point of guns, is differentiate their abilities. So Dishonored, I'm going to talk about some of Dishonored's abilities, without too many spoilers, hopefully. But the first two really basic ones are Blink, which is a like short-range teleport, but it can also go up to some degree. Blink
You know,
and
I keep thinking about that dream that you had. New York on fire. There's something about it.
Blink and I forget what it's called. It's like night.
out
It's
with
not
this
night
light.
vision or something. It's something vision, dark vision, which lets you see in the dark. Basically, it like highlights enemies. And both their upgrades are like really like they're already unique, but their upgrades are unique. The Blink one lets you teleport further, and then I think even further are like the two upgrades that you go in order. And for the like night vision one, the first upgrade shows you, I think, enemies through walls, or like if it showed you enemies through walls anyway, it adds like cones of vision to enemies, so you can see like where they're looking. And then the second upgrade shows you like collectibles, which is just like coins or like really anything that you could pick up that could be useful through walls as well. And then you have an ability that's like freeze time, and you have an ability that lets you like possess small animals, and you upgrade it so you can possess humans, which lets you like take over their body just to like walk around with it. The slow time ability lets you freeze time completely when fully upgraded. I think that's the way we're going, so let me explore first. And so that's, you start chaining abilities together, right? So there's certain abilities that are good for certain situations, like if you can possess small animals, you can possess a rat. There's one that's a devouring swarm, which summons a whole bunch of rats. So you can use it kind of like Murder of Crows here, is like a distraction that like stuns enemies and attacks them, and if there are few enough enemies, the rats will actually basically just kill them. Can we not go this way, or am I just stuck? So you can use it like kind of as a temporary distraction, or as a...
For the glory of Columbia!
I think he's just immune to that. Sad. Yeah, like this shield one is amazing. It takes up a lot of salt to be sure, but like it works so well.
There! That one! That'll do!
Oh, and that turned into an ally gun or something.
Keep my eyes open for more.
Open it!
There you go.
But yeah, so you could summon the rats, and then you could possess one of them, and you could use it to walk through a like a little tiny sewer that only a rat could fit through. And that's a way to combo the abilities together. So not only is each one unique, and then it's like maybe there's no like little rat waterways that you could go through. We probably should just head back. I don't know. This is like, I feel like it's just going to be locked, and we're going to have to come this way anyway. This feels a little weird exploring like all these enemies here. But maybe, yeah, there are no like rat ways, and so you're like, okay, how do I get by? Well, instead of possessing a rat, maybe you want to upgrade a possession and that lets you possess a human, but maybe you haven't done that. So what are your other options? Well, if you upgraded bend time to freeze time, you can just walk right by them without them even noticing you. And it's like, oh, that's cool. First skin volley gun. I feel like the volley gun is pretty good against like boss type enemies. But I kind of want to just spend my money on Sender Aid, Absorb and Collect incoming ammunition. I'm using this a lot. I don't know if that means I don't like send it back. But
Catch, Mr. DeWitt.
she never calls me Booker. But yeah, no, maybe you upgraded another ability. Maybe you upgraded Blink all the way, and then you can just teleport like to the rooftop because it reaches far enough, and you don't even have to worry about.
What a waste. How's the city going to come back from this?
Maybe it shouldn't.
Sniper, Booker!
I do kind of feel like we should just. Oh, should just head back. Damn it! I didn't see the second sniper. I only saw that first one. All the times not to have my sniper rifle with me. Okay, let's just head back. I'm like, this is clearly like the way we're supposed to go in the end. So I think we just missed a like. It was probably just locked or something. So we're supposed to go by and just chuck it and just keep moving on. I thought this was just a tiny little like, area that we hadn't been to.
Need some help with this.
Give me a second.
But yeah, no, so,
Ready.
you know, upgrading any given ability means you approach a situation a different way, but Dishonored is kind of designed... don't care about that. It's designed around old, like, Deus Ex style games.
In front of all the men,
Creative freedom
the
is really
sergeant
important.
looked at me and said, "Your family tree shelters a teepee or two, doesn't it, son?" This lie, this calumny had followed me all my life.
Don't matter.
That day, no man truly called me comrade. It was only when I burnt the teepees with the squaws inside did they take me as one of their own. Only blood can redeem blood.
Anyway, but that's what you want. You want abilities that are particularly unique, and then if you want two abilities that are similar, usually make that a branching upgrade path, right?
This is for the miracle child. Hello. I'm sorry your mother, Lady Comstock, is dead. I think she is altogether better than mine. Since you live there, can you tell me why the tower has been closed? People say it's poor weather, then the pox, then a haunting. If it is a secret, I promise not to tell a soul. Your pen friend, Constance.
Just taking a moment to actually appreciate the setting. It's good. It works well. Could be a couple more buildings and things you see, but like here where there's open space, you get a nice view of Columbia burning. It's really quite cool. Just check this door, that's probably closed.
Lady Comstock, how lovely to see you. Wonderful of you to make the journey, especially considering your painful death 19 years ago.
Lady Comstock.
The dress. The thing has mistaken me for my mother.
Your fingerprints do not seem to be your own today, Lady Comstock. Are you unwell?
This isn't going to work.
I think it can.
Your mother's dead, Elizabeth.
Yes. I think it's time I paid my respects. Let's head to where she's buried.
Alright, I think this was back to where we came. Which is, I think, one of the first times we're actually retracing our steps. And also, like, I went by there already. But, it's not a bad use of retracing our steps. Because it's decent level design.
Look at those pennants. Seems like the Vox have chosen their favorite color.
Seems about right.
But yeah, I don't want to belabor the point because I feel like I've said the exact same thing 10 times now.
There's the graveyard. Your mother's buried.
But what you do is you make abilities differentiable with the second. So it would be like, maybe you just have one and you call it Storm of Crows, right? And it's like, okay, or Murder of Crows? Yeah, Murder of Crows. You have one ability, you call it Murder of Crows, you say, hey, that's cool. And then you have an optional upgrade where you can either make the enemies leave traps afterward or lift enemies up into the air, right? So it's like, do you want it to like, and then do you want it to stay there afterwards so you just get more and more and more crows, like being crazy? Or do you want it to basically do what fucking Bronco does?
What are we looking for?
There it is.
And that'd be fine. That way you have two separate abilities, and the thing that differentiates them is that. Because in this case, they're differentiated, but they serve the same purpose. So you really only want to have, at the end of the day, one ability. And let the player differentiate how they want to use that one ability. But that would involve...
Do it.
Okay.
It's your mother's grave.
They have her preserved in an airtight chamber.
That would involve making the
Fingerprints
player
of
make
medicine
decisions.
helps her
And this game
She's your
Mother who
makes
abandons their
very
child
few
doesn't
decisions.
draw a lot of sympathy in my book.
Take a moment to think about what you're doing.
There. Do you open the door or do I have to go in without?
It's very linear. Similar to the original Bioshock. We'll talk about that later, because that'll be really important. But yeah, that's kind of all they had to do with figures. Like, you can tell they had different ideas and didn't realize how similar they would be in the end product, or maybe they were going to be very different. Murder of Crows, like, makes total thematic sense when it's introduced. And it's cool just seeing, like, these crows linger over these dead bodies is fantastic. Like, a lot of game designers did a really good job, game artists probably, did a good job with that. It makes enemies vulnerable, it expands, super cool. And then someone was like, hey, what if we lift enemies into the air? And then someone else was like, what if we can bring enemies to us and hold them in the air? And no one realized that these are all basically the exact same thing.
Elizabeth.
It's her. How are you, Mother? All locked up in there, huh? Looks like you and I have some common ground.
Anyway,
Let me do it.
No.
I'm gonna stop belaboring that point. Because I am paying less attention to it anyway now.
You see, child, you chose to follow a false shepherd, and he has led you astray. What I do for love. What lion does not cringe to see their cub in pain, but spare the rod, spoil the child. If you won't listen to me, perhaps you will listen to your mother.
And this is where the game gets weird.
All right.
That's how I'm gonna just talk about the game now.
I need to rest for a minute.
No, I'm getting that hand.
Elizabeth, why is your mother a ghost?
She's not. He used me to power that device. He opened up some kind of tear. Need this. What's happening?
The senior mother is raising the dead.
Sorry, that's all I've got.
Yeah, I think all the other enemies disappear.
What am I?
Do it. Now.
Is she the source of my power?
But what is she? Alive or dead?
Why do you ask what?
When the delicious question is when.
The only difference between past and present
Is semantics.
lives, lived, will live.
Dies, died, will die.
If we could perceive time as it truly was,
What reason would grammar professors have to get out of bed?
like us all, Lady Comstock exists across time.
She's both alive and dead.
She perceives being both.
She finds this condition disagreeable.
Perception without comprehension.
It's a dangerous combination.
Look! Footsteps.
She goes to unfinished business.
We have to follow her. Convince her to open the gate to Comstock House.
I was pretty sure when you turn away and turn back there that they basically disappear, but the dirt that they were still shoveling was still like going, so I feel like it would be like messing with that torch, or this torch would like open this up. Because there is clearly gear in there, but there's no like jumping point or anything, so I think we're done here. Following the footsteps. There were footsteps. I don't actually know where they went.
It's a shame you have need of her to enter Comstock House.
Frankly, she doesn't seem all that cooperative.
There is a way to bring her to reason.
3 truths you must discover first.
Truths which, in this world, Comstock has destroyed.
If only one of you had the power to alter time and space.
That would be a blessing, wouldn't it?
They're sarcastic.
There's something off about Lady Comstock.
Yeah, I noticed.
No, you don't understand. She doesn't belong here. I brought something through. I'm not so sure it was her.
So this is kind of where Act 3 starts. From a plot perspective, I'm not 100% sure. There's another thing that's going to come up where it's pretty definitive that Act 3 has started. But thematically, this is kind of where it starts, because Act 2 is really like...
Show yourself!
The murder of Kurz is cool. They're both cool, it feels weird having 2 things. I never know what to do.
Did you take a look at this lock?
No problem.
Oh, the lab's nice. Yeah, no, Act 1 is really the, all the religious things and realizing that things are messed up and rescuing Elizabeth and her, you know, learning about her and kind of a little bit of who she is and her seeing the world for the first time. And then it ends when she discovers that we're not, you know, as innocent as we seem. Like, we're not necessarily a good person, right? We get on the airship.
There's something in there. Should I open it?
I'll get some audio logs first. And then, Act 2 is about the revolution, and it ends when she kills Daisy, after we literally start the revolution by changing the world to a world where we have started
Comstock
it.
seems to have been made sterile by simple exposure to our contraption. A theory. Just as sexual reproduction can de-emphasize the traits of each parent, so goes the effect of multiple realities on our own. Your traits dissipate until they become unrecognizable or cease to exist.
Comstock sterile. Sterile? Can't have kids. Comstock can't have
Watch
kids.
where you're pointing at.
Also, his office in New York, that's my office, that's my door, and only one obstacle. So keep in mind from here, I guess this really kind of is Act 3. Everything after Elizabeth killing Daisy and cutting her hair and wearing a new outfit. But there's kind of a plot point where you're like, oh, we're in Act 3, that hasn't come up yet. But those two rode me to the lighthouse. Like, they know who I am, they found my office. Only one obstacle. I don't know what the one obstacle necessarily is. Unless it's like at the lighthouse, I had to like enter the series of... Oh! No, there was a guy in the lighthouse who worked for Comstock. Who was... He'd been like tied up to a chair and a bag put over his head and he'd been murdered. Because there was a note saying like, don't let, you know, Booker through, or don't let the false devil through, or whatever. False shepherd. That's probably... I heard that. I've been guessing that's what the obstacle was. So they went there before they took me in the boat and they killed him. Even though I probably could have, but maybe I wouldn't have been expecting it.
Just what the doctor ordered.
My salts are like good enough to get me through any fight now, so I'm just doing health.
Comstock has sabotaged our contraption. Yet, we are not dead. A theory. We are scattered amongst the possibility space. But my brother and I are together, and so I'm content. He is not. The business with the girl lies unresolved. But perhaps there is one who can finish it in our stead.
Someone who can finish it. Interesting. So yeah, we're getting a lot more lot revealed to us right now. That's where we came in, so...
That's my mother.
I assure you, madam, my sexual interest in your dear prophet is non-existent.
And Madame Lutece.
Furthermore, the man is quite sterile. It's a lie. Come again, you little bastard! I want her out of my house!
Sterile.
They weren't my parents.
Then what were you to them?
The child that they decided to imprison. She deserves whatever Comstock did to her.
Comstock seems to believe the child is a result of some errant act of carnality.
What did you mean
between
before when you said Lady Comstock didn't belong here?
She's almost feral. It's like she's a reflection. I don't know.
Just listen to that tape one more time.
Lady Comstock seems to believe the child is a result of some errant act of carnality between myself and her beloved prophet. I told the poor woman the truth, that the child was a product of our little contraption, but I think she found that less believable than her delusion.
So, Elizabeth is not Comstock's daughter. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I'm just kind of recapping out loud as I walk around. But Lady Comstock always thought that she was a bastard. And I'm presuming from the logs that where Daisy was like, I stayed upstairs too long and then I was accused of murder. I would guess that Comstock killed Lady Comstock, either in an argument because... Well, either there was an argument over, you know, her thinking that Comstock was sleeping around, and hence Elizabeth being a bastard child, or it was premeditated, and he was like, you know, if Lady Comstock is a martyr, then that'll be better for our religious thing than if she's just kind of a pissy person, you know, something like that. Or alternatively, maybe Lady Comstock committed suicide because she couldn't handle, you know, all the pressure that Comstock was putting on her, and she was like, oh my god, you know, you keep being like, I have to be this pristine religious figure when it's all based on lies because Elizabeth isn't even like my daughter. Is this the right way to go? Yeah, okay.
All right.
Oh, we are coming all the way back out here. That's pretty cool. Is it down? I think that means up. Oh, it's probably in here. I was wondering. See, like that. That's pretty fun too, bucking Bronco. Especially with the double, like, time it keeps them in the air. I mean, they were helpless for like the full 10 seconds. I was just shooting them. Like, look at that. Oh, that was only 2 guys. But it also doesn't leave behind any traps or anything else. Or I could use Devil's Kiss. Not that it's necessary. That's not good though. I don't know if I can. I want to try to lift him up with bucking Bronco. I don't know if I can or not. I can. It's funny how it kind of pushes him around like a balloon. Anyway. Yeah, they're both fun at least. That's the thing. It's not like all the abilities just suck or are super weak. Like they're pretty strong. It's decent. What in here? Oh yeah, no, in here was what I was thinking. Yeah.
What did this place have to do with my mother?
Well, let's go find out. But there's something nice about combat where it doesn't feel like it takes forever, but it feels like it doesn't take forever because of the power, right? Like either you're walking in and getting 6 headshots, or you're using like Murder of Crows, bucking Bronco, different things.
Thanks.
And I'm still at max salt. It's fun. The things do feel good. If they didn't, yeah, the day-to-day action of playing the game really wouldn't feel good, you know? It would leave a bitter taste, but honestly, it's just a couple design decisions that didn't go quite the way they should have, really as a result of the game's development process, which is sad. Like, this is an amazing game, and I love it, and I have so many good memories, and important memories of playing it.
50%.
What's that?
50% of everything people earn here goes right to Comstock as a tithe.
I gotta get me a job in the profit business.
But yeah, the game we almost got would have been even better. A lot of blood. Let's see if we can kind of sweep up a good bunch of money here. We got another upgrade. repeater ammo. I don't really want to take either. Alright, what kind of shops? Is it just the dollar bill over there, or is there another one? Just be dollar bill. I don't actually. Yeah.
Footsteps seem to go down to the vault.
These guys are very dead. Very low on health. Killing an enemy gives health. That's pretty cool. I might like that. Yeah, I do not use the... I've accidentally used trap a couple times on the other one. I just don't really use traps because as soon as you see where enemies are, you... I wish there was a better use case for traps. I think it's one of those cases where they said it'd be cool if, you know, there were a couple traps in Bioshock. It'd be cool if we just said everything you can use as a trap. Like, you can just leave it there instead of using it now. And yeah, that is cool. It's just really never useful in this game. So I'm going to equip this. That way if I do get low on... I don't know what very low on health is, but normally when I'm like low enough on health, if I can't just hide safely, like I will be fighting to try to win, so that totally might come in handy. These guys are very murdered. Order.
Booker, look. There's a cipher written on the stationery.
Hudson's Tailors.
Maybe that's where the code book is.
Hudson's Tailors. Hudson's, so the Tailors. I think that's a shop. Cool though. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know if that means we have to come back, but I'll remember. There's this room buried back here. Oh, Bank of the Prophet. Okay, okay. Headcrabs. Doing okay, Beth?
Long live Daisy! I'll put you down. Keep it up!
Find something soon.
Good plan. In the meantime, guess that's a trap.
Take this for the bleeding.
Right on. I was gonna say the crows are not like they work for the bank. They work for the profit, right? Kind of looting everything, which takes a bit of time, but it's not the worst. It's not really a game that needs auto loot. Like, it was okay.
There's a crow, Booker!
They're gonna come back and fight me? Or are they waiting for us to look at the tear?
And if I do this sabotage, all their patents, all the now, why does the prophet want these two killed? For the same reason Lady Comstock last night. And why does he want me to do it? Because only you can make it seem an accident.
Damn.
I don't think that's the real Lady Comstock. I think she's a combination of herself and my feelings towards her.
What do you mean?
I'm just so angry at her and at my father. I think she's her, but she's also partly me. I'm not even sure I understand it myself.
She's invulnerable to that. Maybe shock? Maybe, Devil's Kiss? I don't think it even explodes on her. Am I gonna die if I'm not careful here? Ugh. I'm pretty sure I actually have more than the shots that I'm using. I'm only using like 4, I'm pretty sure I have 6, but... Just gotta get the damage out on her, there's no point trying to defeat the 100,000 enemies she spawns. I don't really need anything there. Saving up for more upgrades. Okay, Beth. Find the tailor somewhere. It's probably marked on the map. Back to the dream team of guns, a hand cannon and a sniper. Hudson's fur coats and guessing this is Hudson's tailors. Would it be written on the wall here? Would it be...
Is that the code book?
Looks like it. We should head back to the bank.
Sure. May as well. It's probably another, infusion. So more health or more salt. Even if it is a bit of running. Yeah, but so this is essentially... I don't know if it's the start of
Hey,
Act
don't
3.
point that at me.
Because, like, the ending of the Revolution and Elizabeth kind of changing and, like, what she's willing to do in order to, you know, fight for what she believes in definitely feels like Act 2. But Act 3 normally kind of, I think, starts with the heroes being at their lowest point. And that's not this is all. That's not this at all. This is a lot of the mystery kind of being unveiled, right? So it's like a part of Act 3, but this is normally the part of Act 3 that comes after. I don't know. Or it's still just a part of Act 2. It's the second half of Act 2.
Alright, let's see. Type 3 letters to spell the voice.
3 letters.
V-O-X. Try the typewriter.
More health. I have so many salts. That's really good on that.
Look
It's a
over
lot
here.
of a lot of money. 500 monies.
I know the prophet is a liar, but he cannot be. I know the prophet is a murderer, but he cannot be. For if the future lies only in the imagination of God, why would he reveal it to such a monster?
So she thought, she truly believed that he was the prophet, but she couldn't reconcile that with, like, actual things that he did, that she knew he did, was doing, I suppose. Will do? Is doing?
Watch where you're pointing that.
Sorry, Beth. Now we are good. We continue. Crack that puzzle. I know there's at least one secret area we missed. Possibly, probably 2. No, we found the keys. There's one that I know of where we found half of it and didn't find the other half. And that's okay. There's probably an achievement for getting them all. I don't necessarily want to achievement hunt in this game. Although considering this is hard difficulty, the other difficulty probably isn't too bad. You probably just have to be more careful, spend more time hiding in cover. Which probably would make the game a bit less fun, but not the end of the world. Like, I tend to think of, like, normal difficulty as probably, like, you don't even have to use vigors. You could probably just walk into a room and shoot enemies and you'll be okay. This difficulty, you know, you've got to have some cover, you've got to have, use your vigors, and then the insane difficulty is probably more of, you know, spend all your time in cover, you peek out, you get shot once, that's a problem, then you use Pro Storm, you shoot 2 enemies, you go back to cover, just constantly in cover. Guessing this is gonna be, yeah, over this way. Where we were going before. I hope you're enjoying this, though. I really do think the setting is super cool. Undertow boost, double effective range could be nice. Like, pulling enemies and pushing them and things is interesting. The push is really useful, but I don't know. This is probably much better in any kind of a boss fight. Yeah, I use that a lot. And then, like, charge boost I don't use. Shock. Increased stun duration, that could be useful. I think I do use shock against, like, the handyman. Like, I use this somewhat against, I've been using this against, Patriots, the robotic George Washingtons, because it lets you, like, get right next to them and hold it for a while and then just use it on the gears on their back to like instantly kill them, which is super nice. But handymen are kind of the one thing I'm going to have an issue with, and that's probably could be shock. Change from one enemy to others. Doesn't increase damage though. It just like would chain multiple enemies, right? That's kind of. Or I could just save a little bit more for like undertow. Which is cool, but I'm like, if I do use shock, nah. I'll increase shock duration. Probably doubles it, even though it doesn't say. Any upgrades here that I might want and could afford? Shotgun, repeater. I do use the shotgun sometimes. Carbine, shotgun, machine gun, pistol, pistol, pistol. I wonder how bad the pistol, because I find pistols all the time. I don't know if that's supposed to be a, if you run out of ammo and you just need it, like we need to make sure you have something that you can use, or if the pistol might actually still be like pretty good. Because it was great in the beginning, but.
Get out of it! Watch out, block cannon!
Now!
Sure thing!
Oh, I can't put the thing on the bridge anymore. Ooh, I took a lot of fall damage. I'm missing the headshots here. Oh, I think that sound means my plasmid's kicked in, where if I get a kill, I'll regenerate health.
Need this?
Great!
Yes.
I'll try to keep this up.
Where? What? You guys are just annoying with how much damage they do. Let's just shock them. I'm not sure if execute is purely a health-based thing, or if you get behind them and it lets you execute them then. This game really doesn't have much stealth in it, so I'm always kind of just unsure. But anyway. Didn't die. That's always good. Let's go ahead and just buy more ammo for sniper rifle and hand cannon. Yep. Just to top off so that we're good. Oh yeah, there's like more stuff that way.
Need money?
Always. Thanks, Beth.
Think you can pick this?
On it.
Yeah, there was that whole thing over here. But if this is the last tear, then I don't know if we're gonna go. Well, let's go investigate this tear, and then we can always go back down there before we go back into the area it's supposed to let us through.
What you two ahead? I took your funeral photo.
Yes, I made an absolute hash of it.
One doesn't expect a picture of its cause.
It's come across so lifelessly.
Okay, so Comstock had the Lutesses killed. I forget exactly why that was in the other thing. But
That's insanity. What proof would you have that Mr. Fink would hurt the Lutesses?
The Lutesses told me.
The Lutesses? When?
Yesterday. Yesterday morning.
Rupert! They've been dead these 7 days.
Sounds like there's a sniper somewhere, I just don't see anyone. Oh.
Take your time. I'm fine down here.
Sounds like sarcasm. Okay.
Can you get this open?
Looks easy enough.
Yeah, so the Lutesses were killed by Comstock. Or he had the other guy do it. Jesus Christ. It's just like a trap? There's gotta be... Gotta be something in here, right? Like, why was this an area we could even go into? The flaming elevator. I really have no idea. Can't like go up there. Feel like I'm just missing. Can't jump out the window. Probably missing something. It's okay. It's a decoy. Yeah, I don't think this is necessarily where we're supposed to go. I just don't know if this leads to somewhere else. What money do I have? 600 bucks. Like, it's far enough away where maybe it does lead to somewhere else, but I was thinking if the gatehouse let us through, that would be... I don't want to miss anything over here. Charge boost, add explosive damage. I don't know, I'm really just not using charge. Maybe it does an insane amount of damage, but Undertow just seems much more my style. If I want to, like, throw someone. Well, let's keep ignoring the quest and exploring. Oh, the footsteps do go this way.
Elizabeth, little help?
Maybe this is just where the ghost is going? Because I think we still have to, like, defeat the ghost. Oh, it goes all the way back here. I guess this just loops back around. I don't know which way is quicker. But like, no other game looks like this. Just, there is no other game that looks like this. It's unique. Bioshock had a very particular Art Deco thing going on, and this, I don't exactly know what this style is, although I really kind of should. Really should. But it's unique. This combination, the style and the setting.
And anyone who knew the truth was better dead than alive.
I'm not even his daughter. I'm just some specimen.
No, you are not. Elizabeth, listen. What you've been through, ain't nobody in the world deserves that.
Booker.
We are getting out of here.
She calls me Booker.
Never gonna have to look back.
Is not my mother. both. Because of me. I know you hate me for not being your daughter. And I hated you for not being my mother.
You're not finished yet.
Catch, Booker!
Is there something that's good against her? Does shock work against her? Like, no. I guess just bullets.
You bet! Sorry. Souls, catch! Booker, catch!
Oh, damn it. Did I get her? I think so.
Take this thorn from my heart.
I owe you an apology! Comstock used me to bring you back, but I brought back a version of you from the reality that I had built up in my own head. He pretended to love you, like he pretended to love me. I am not your husband's bastard. I am his victim. My days of victimhood are done. We must forgive each other. Because there's one far worse than you or I.
The prophet killed me.
Because you wouldn't keep his secret.
If that's so, then why am I alive?
Not in this world. Maybe this is you in another. World where you never meet him.
Or where I saved him.
I don't know. Is that possible?
Find out, child. Find out.
Thank you.
Just doing my job. Yeah, this really is just the second Act 2, or the second half of Act 2. I want to call it the second Act 2, though. From a plot perspective, because the first Act 2 is, yeah, the revolution, and now this is post-revolution, but this is, you know, her dealing with the demons of her past, essentially, her mother. Damn it, Songbird. I trusted you.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the dead.
This room is really important.
Take me back. Take me home. Please.
And that's another.
Elizabeth!
That's a great bit of characterization for her.
I gotta catch up to her.
That, I believe, is the actual end of Act 2 or start of Act 3. If not, then we're like right there. Because despite the fact that she's like, she would rather die than go back. But she's like, I really don't want Hooker to die. I guess because I got her out, and maybe she thinks I'm a halfway decent person, despite the fact that I am, is it like supposed to be going that way, or is it going this way? I don't even know. Okay, going that way. Despite the fact that I'm definitely like, you know, my motivations are not exactly pure when it comes to her, but I'm also, you know. Oh, that's...
Come after me if you want. I'm not letting you take her, you hear me? Oh, you feathered piece of shit! I'm not going to...
Yeah, this is accurate.
No. Such a lie. Elizabeth!
Welcome
Can
to
you
Act
hear
3.
me?
Get your hands off of me!
It'd be really cool if you could see through tears, like in Portal.
Take me back to my tower. Please, please.
Like if you could see like an alternate reality. That's something that, I mean, Portal definitely invented, but it's been used in a lot of other AAA games, like Dishonored 2 did it excellently with some level design and a particular level I won't spoil.
Is that?
Our Lady Elizabeth. Godspeed by judgment.
Some men dream of love. My father dreamt of a flood of fire. We were given Eden, and we turned it into Sodom. Why do we deserve salvation? The Lord gave Noah a fish in the form of a flood, but he was not so easy on me. He said, "Prophet, I want you to train a nation of fishermen."
So, Elizabeth got taken by Songbird.
What is this place?
With the Songbird.
What do you plan to do to me?
And this is a reality where she's in charge. No sin evades his gaze. I'm missing all my shots. No sin evades his gaze.
Damn it! I gotta find a way in. Alright. Listen. I just want to see the girl. Where are those? Doesn't matter. I just gotta get to the warden's office.
Nice if there is a gun lying here.
What is this place? Just send me back to my tower.
It's too late for that now, child. Your father gave you a lovely home, and you chose to destroy it.
He's not my father.
I suppose the siphon is a kind of leash. Yes, my father put it on me. But when the time came, neither did I remove it myself. What would happen if I took off the leash, and I found I was as obedient as ever?
Like my father, I could see all that would be, might be, and must not be.
Oh, I guess that alerts them. Well, I was hoping I could have actually just... I'd been fine if I had if I had just run. I was hoping maybe Shock would, like... deal with things, but,
Would you like to pray with me?
You're hurting me. Please just let me go.
We're going to cure you.
I'm not sick.
Your spirit is. All I ever wanted was to see you live up to your potential.
I mean, I want to go back because I want to go check out, like, that voxophone and stuff. Oh god. Murder crows. I guess just use a bunch of Devil's Kiss, because I don't know how else to deal damage without, like, ammo. So, yeah, there's like a... there's a thing right there. And I have literally no ammo. Not sure, I have one ammo now. I don't even think this does much, it just sets them on fire. It doesn't actually do a lot of damage. I feel like I am supposed to just kind of run through this. I just really want to use that kinetoscope. Maybe I can just kite them around. There we go. Heater. Or, no, let me, yeah, pick up the hand cannon, and then I have a heater. Okay. That's something.
Our minds are born festering with sin. Some are so blighted, they will never find redemption. The mind must be pulled up from the roots. My children are without blame, without fault, and without choice. For what is the value of will when the spirit is found wanting?
So she got taken and then somehow coerced to go back and change it or something, so that Comstock made her like take over, and everything was really fucked up in Comstock's tower now. Just sunrising over Columbia. Okay. Super worth it. Where we lie. Got some ammo at least. But yeah, this place, when I was younger, where we cleansed, this place spooked the shit out of me. If only just the guys with speakers for heads, like...
I'm Dr. Pettifog, Elizabeth, and I'll be taking care of you.
Get away from me.
Defiant, even after all this time. DeWitt just left you here. You need to give up on him, love.
He will come.
Okay, so I guess we don't really know what exactly happened other than she was imprisoned for a while. I'm getting a sense of its movement pattern toward me. And then back that way, I guess. Oh. It's never gone that way before. I'm like, does it turn toward me? Is this like what broken AI looks like?
The specimen needs to be destroyed. We couldn't even hold her in that tower, and now the prophet...
Destroy the lamb? His hair?
If we modify the procedure, we could... It would be safer for everyone. It would seem an accident.
They were gonna make her go through something, and they wanted to kill her because they were worried. Oh. Hey, buddy. Oh, I'm about to die. Oh. I didn't realize I was taking so much. Okay, I should have really used a not murder of crows there. Maybe, I think I'm taking damage through the window, which I don't particularly love. Like, I'm just trying to kill this one guy. Give me a break. Where's shield? Return to sender. Wait for my shield to recharge. Okay. you get for shooting me?
What did the Lord receive in return for his Eve and her apple? Only way to settle accounts. For what is Columbia, if not a different arc in a different time?
She really did become the new prophet, like. Oh boy. Is there no way to get through here? Because there's clearly a here. I guess not. We're probably gonna end up over there eventually.
The child is ready. This time, Prophet. Even if we cure her, why do you think she'll do what you ask?
My daughter has two problems, Doctor. One is the condition your science will cure her of. The other affliction is of a spiritual nature.
What affliction is that?
Hope.
Fascinating. These just little, like, home videos, you know?
Your surgery is tomorrow, you know. You better eat. Oh, you still expect a wit to burst in and rescue you, don't you? It's been 6 months.
6 months.
And the element of Act 3 tragedy. Regular chocolate's gonna be better than a heater, probably. With them.
Once promised me that he would free me of my chains. But in the end, he abandoned me to serve his own needs. But in some ways, I thank him. He showed me exactly how much faith our species deserved.
Jeez.
God put his faith in men once too. Seems that we have something in common. Disappointment.
So, for some reason, I was unable to get to her for 6 months.
Truth, I ran from his embrace.
And because of that, Comstock was able to use that
There seemed to be everything my father was not.
to turn her bitter towards me for abandoning her.
Shepherd. And when the wolves came for me, he was nowhere to be found.
I want to see if there's anything else over here. I feel like there's like an infusion over there. Could be wrong.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt. But in the end, he is the one who'll have to pay down all of our accounts, won't he? Where does his guilt start? And mine end?
He sounds like a very bitter person. Which is really sad, but you know, that's what Act 3 is. It's the low point. And yeah. Battleship falls. I think we've seen Battleship A from a different angle. It's really cool. Sex Center. things are creepy. Just keeping an eye over everyone to make sure they don't sin, and everyone's just like wearing those masks. It's like, this isn't like, you know, everything had the appearance, the illusion almost of a functional society. Maybe it was a functional society. Confession? Who confessed to what? Evidence, confession, murdered. I don't think that's necessarily anything to know. It was, you know, it may have been a society that was kind of built up on the backs of, you know, racism and oppression of a number of different classes of people, but it was, at the top level, at least still a functional society, right? There was something, and here at the top level is just like...
Switch.
It's just like oppression.
Should be able to head downstairs and get to Elizabeth now.
Fuck you. New hat. After each successful kill, up to 5. Weapon damage is boost. Resets 10 seconds after last kill. So, when you're killing groups of enemies, it highly raises weapon. That sounds fun. Compare that to Electric Punch. Electric Punch is really good, but I am punching enemies less and less. Like, there's so many of them, so this is good for groups. I'll equip this. Rising Bloodlust. That really does sound quite fun.
As the days pass, I believe less in God and more in Lutece. My powers shrivel as my regrets blossom. All of this because my father failed me. By the time I realized how far I'd gone, it was too late to stop it. But there is still one last chance at redemption for both of us.
That sounds kind of like, that operation to stop her may have, like, taken away her powers, and she, no, doesn't feel like herself without it. Hey, buddy. Kind of hoping it would just leave him like over there, you know, over the edge so I could drop him, but I think it specifically tries to target onto like their land. Oh, well.
Tomorrow the leash comes off, because all of this has to end. But even if I destroy the siphon, will I be strong enough to see all the doors and open whichever I choose? And if I bring him here, who is to say that he would be any
Elizabeth,
match
hold tight!
I have created?
So she, after, I don't know what happened to me for 6 months, but she is trying to bring me from somewhere or some point in time to come and help her.
It's a tear. What is it? Why do you ask what?
When the delicious question is when.
Lives, lived, will live.
Dies, died, will die.
Such a good quote. And that really is the other kind of really insanely cool thing about this game, because I keep coming back to this, but like the setting on its own is cool. Like as an independent game, it works really well. As a game that's designed specifically to be parallel with the first Bioshock game, it also works insanely well. And then like Floating City, the religion, all of it's great. You know, you've got...
You can see, Booker. The lunatics are running the asylum. They don't even listen to me anymore. All I can do is watch as what I set into motion slides into its terminal stage.
And then Elizabeth started
all I
changing
had
reality.
left in me,
Now,
just to bring you here.
it's going through time as well.
Elizabeth, I don't understand. I heard you screaming. I was coming to get you. Are we...
Here. Take my hand. The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man. Say what you will about Comstock. He was a hell of a fortune teller. Wasn't the torture that broke me. Wasn't the indoctrination. It was time. Time rots everything.
Just appreciate this art style. Like, holy shit. Good job, artists.
Even hope.
I was coming.
Songbird. He always stops you.
Yes, but I would find a way.
No. It's too late for me. I brought you here for your sake. Yours and hers. Here.
I mean, like, goddamn. Like, New York, you know, in a game where all the cities have this particular architecture, they do New York well. Like, clearly the two main buildings, but like, no, they really make it look pretty good. The water even, the bridge. But in the date right there, 1984, meaning this is 60 years later, 62 years later. The other one was 1918, 1912? I don't remember exactly, I really should.
What is this?
It's for her. She'll know how to read it.
What does it say?
It's advice.
Advice on what?
How not to become me.
I'm back. In 1912. Before she... There's still time.
Elizabeth!
Act 3 is really cool. Has a couple of problems, but like...
What are you doing to her? Let her be!
Mr. Perez, what's the expression? Day late and a dollar short.
I gotta get in there. If I shut down those machines from upstairs.
Again, those plasmas are just not helping at all right now.
She is not your daughter!
Perhaps not. But trust me when I tell you she will be. He shut down one of the generators. If we don't sedate her, he shuts down the other one. We're not sedating her.
These guys take punishment. Like...
As my eye is the prophet's.
Hey, buddy. at all those bullets.
What you sow.
I missed that time. My melee really doesn't do a lot anymore. I kind of wish I was watching this, but I thought I should probably run down as soon as possible, but...
Elizabeth, I'll be right there!
It's a bit busy, can't lie. Okay, so we can come back to that. So in this version of reality, we're getting here just in time.
I got you, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. You ready?
Just do it.
Here.
Help me with this.
I think someone meant for you to have this.
What is it?
Just read it.
Your dream of New York happens. It's me. I'm the one who...
She's given us a way to get past Songbird. We're gonna find an airship and we'll leave
Booker.
Paris, Elizabeth. Remember, you wanted to go
We're
to...
not leaving. We are going to find Comstock.
Why?
You saw what he turns me into. I will not allow that.
And so what, you're going to kill him?
Is this where you start moralizing, Booker? You forget. I know you.
I'm not going to let you kill him.
Really? Booker? What are you going to do to stop me?
Not a damn thing. Because I'm gonna do it for you.
I mean, it's good.
How to find the prophet.
Comstock's Zeppelin is outside. The hand of the
It
prophet,
is a good,
he calls it.
When did you learn that?
good Act
Been
3.
here for a while.
How long?
Long enough.
6 months, at least, by the count
I
of
hope Comstock got what he
audio
wanted.
logs.
Because he is not going to have long to use it.
Got a lock, needs picking.
Come on. Give me something challenging.
She does sound older too.
There you go.
Like they had the voice actor do this one like early in the morning or something.
The procedure should help immensely with the issues we've had with the girl. Once the device is implanted, any effort on her part to alter the state of things will emit a most painful electric shock. Pavlov made a dog salivate. We'll make this one weep.
God damn.
I'll be out with this lock.
Looks simple enough. Ready.
In some ways, some of this art style is not similar to Dishonored. There's just some similar elements,
Doesn't make any sense.
which is nice.
Everything here is a cipher that I understand except for this symbol. It's a
After all this time, we've made 2 decisions.
Say anything about this?
One of them had no impact. That was the throwing the ball. And the other one has been here the whole game. Her necklace, I'm talking about her necklace. It's but it's really cool, like as decisions go, you know, is it having any impact on the story? No idea, right? But it is having an impact. And like I have been using the shotgun a lot. Might as well let them go, I guess.
Found some money. Look, it's the Hand of the Prophet, Comstock's flagship. We've got to find a way on board.
Stay here. I'll handle this.
We're doing this together, or I'm doing it alone. Either way, I need to know the things.
But yeah, she's like super powerful now.
You struggle against prophecy, like a stone loosed from a sling. How thrilling to launch, how breathtaking the apex, and how terrifying the descent as gravity drags you down into the inevitable.
There you go.
What's that sound?
Look! Take cover! They must be duds.
Those aren't duds. They're...
Look around you, Elizabeth. I built all of this for you. You are my heir, and my blood.
Okay!
And what has DeWitt ever done for you? To him, you are now what you always were. A means to an end. You sow.
Here you go.
Perfect timing.
Shoot him!
Elizabeth! Done.
All right.
Oh, look. This shuttle that can take us to the Hand of the Prophet.
I don't totally get the point of telescopes often too. Like, it's not like there's like clues that you can only see with them, or they don't seem to necessarily be particularly pretty vistas. Maybe that would have been when it wasn't full of smoke and stuff, but when it is full of smoke and stuff, I don't know.
Right you are. We depart at the hand of the prophet.
Okay.
Do you think it's possible to redeem the kind of things that we've done?
Redeem? I don't see much use in that.
Booker, are you afraid of God?
No. But I'm afraid of you.
Over there! It's Comstock's men. They're coming out to meet us.
So hey guys, I was thinking... I will say, charge does look cool. Like it like selects a target and it pulls back, and like it's just, it doesn't push them back enough to really like... I don't know, doesn't feel super worth it. Would have been much better. I was really trying to go for undertow.
Booker, catch!
Oh, I did not mean to. I don't know what I did. I hope I'm still on mine. Oh, hopped into a thing. I don't know if there's a weak spot here.
Another gunship on the left. Here, look. It's coming to attack the flagship.
See, that was fun, pulling them and then pushing them. I'd love to go help, but we're not close enough. See ya. I don't like that.
Look out! More of them! That's all I have.
God damn it, more Mosses.
I'm looking for more.
No. Please recharge my shield. Maybe if I, Devil's Kiss?
That'll do.
Sorry, that's all I've got.
That's alright, I've got this. Shield of True Charge, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carbine, I haven't used a carbine in a while. Good Beth? Okay.
Look! There's skylines all over the surface of the flagship. They're covered with those motorized Patriot pods.
Well, that must be where they're deployed from. I wouldn't go near those lines while those pods are in place. Do it!
There. Comstock is at the top of the ship. Let's head up.
Look into this child. There's something about him that you just can't put your finger on. Soon you'll understand the man I am and the man he isn't.
Nice! Surround him, quick!
Charge boost, add explosive damage. Sounds kind of fun. Sure. Not that I use charge often, but maybe I will do an explosive charge against someone here.
Surrender!
Who knows if that actually did anything. Don't know why I'm ADSing. And they have a very nice reticle that works better.
Much obliged!
Music even works pretty well.
There's no way up
Saltzful.
from here.
Looks like the only way we're reaching Comstock is over the skylines. Open it.
There you go.
Where'd you say the way using the skylines was? I mean,
Go ahead.
those look
I'll
like
be fine.
skylines. But I don't think I'm supposed to use those. Clear the hangar bay skyline. Oh, is that this one over here then, with the pods? That way I can, yeah. Clear it.
This should clear up.
I have seen the seeds of fire that will prepare the Sodom below for the coming of the Lord. But it will not be
And
I who
what's kind of crazy too is that it very much feels like Comstock believes a lot of what he preaches. And a lot of what he preaches
job
seems
falls to you.
to come true in some way, shape, or form, whether that's because he makes it come true, you know, the alchemist form of fulfillment, or because he has some understanding of the future, which, like, you know, considering the Lutece's experiments, isn't exactly a shocking concept.
Which one of you men will not gladly go to his reward to see her safely to her destiny? Rejoice! Rejoice! Death has no sting!
Blast cannon!
Something's wrong.
Why are they dropping so slowly?
I don't know. You're gonna have to wait it out.
That's one quarter of the pods ejected.
That's all?
See ya. Oh, I think there's an achievement for doing that to, like, multiple people. Called Bon Voyage. It's only 19. I got it, nice.
One half done.
There, that one.
On it.
Oh,
All right. Three quarters.
sure is taking his time.
Take this, hurry.
I don't think I have enough ammo to fight all of those. I think I'm really just trying to survive here and not kill all those patriots. Yeah.
Booker, the lines are clear.
I may be the one who strikes you down, DeWitt, but you've always had a knack for self-destruction. Who's to say you won't beat me to the punch?
One more deck. Let me take care of this on my own.
No, I'm going with you. Comstock is one deck up in the Prophet's cabin.
Alright, I'm gonna pause here. Come back to this in a bit. It has been a couple hours. We'll have some food before we go through with the second part. Act 3 is pretty short, I guess, kind of. I think we're like halfway through it. But